Hello, everybody. Schooner Double 7 bringing you another exciting game in the 2008 replay with Inside Pitch. In today's game, we've got the 15-6 Los Angeles Angels taking on the 12-10 Boston Red Sox. This is game 2 of a 2-game series between the Angels and the Red Sox. Can the Red Sox come back to tie it up? Or will the Angels take a 2-game lead here in Boston? Let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Los Angeles Angels. Leading off the third baseman, Cone Figgins. Batting second, the left fielder, Gary Matthews. Batting third, the right fielder, Vladimir Guerrero. Batting fourth in the cleanup position, the center fielder, Torrey Hunter. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, Garrett Anderson. Batting sixth, the shortstop, Eric Abar. Batting seventh, the catcher, Jeff Mathis. Batting eighth, the first baseman, Casey Cochiman. And batting ninth, the second baseman, Mercer Izutris. On the mound for the Red Sox, it is John Lester. He'll come into today's game with a 4.50 ERA. 2 wins, 2 losses. He's pitched 30 innings, allowed 30 hits, 27 strikeouts, and 10 walks. We're here at historic Fenway Park, which gives a +4 to walks, but nothing to strikeouts and nothing to home runs. And with that, Cone Figgins steps up into the batter's box as the home plate umpire dusts it off. He's batting a 173, and here is the pitch. 4-4, column 4, row 4, strikeout. On a 1-7, the 16 is too high. 4-3, column 4, row 3, that's going to be a single past the second baseman. And with that, Cone Figgins will lead off with a base hit. Let's take a look at the starting defense for the Boston Red Sox. Ramirez will be out there in left field. Ellsbury will be in center field. Drew will be at right field. Going around the horn, we've got Laurie on third. Valcrez at short. Peoria will be on second. Casey at first. Cash will be behind the plate. And Lester on the mound. Vladimir Guerrero batting at 200. Cone Figgins on first. Infield at double play depth. Strategy rolls a 13. And here is the pitch. 3-3, column 3, row 3. That's going to be a range play. Now, on a range play, we check the first number of the defense. And that's going to be a 1-6, column 1, row 6. Fly ball back there to Ellsbury. His range is on a 1-4. It's a 6. He can't make the play in time. That's going to be good for a double. Figgins will go to third. Figgins goes to third. Matthew to second. We check for runner advancement. It is a 6, and all runners hold. So no outs and runners on second and third, and that's going to bring up Vladimir Guerrero. Guerrero batting a 402. Strategy rolls a 10. Infield is playing in, and here is the pitch. And that is going to be a 2-6. Column 2, row 6, walk plus. Now, on a walk plus, we add 10. We add 14 to that range. That's a 23. That is a 2. And that'll load the bases. So the bases are loaded And that is going to bring in bring up Torrey Hunter. Hunter batting a 273. Strategy rolls a 15, and here is the pitch. 3-5, column 3, row 5, the @ symbol. Anytime on the picture card your result is the @ symbol, you'll resolve the play using the ballpark card. In this case, we're going to go to Fenway Park. Fenway 3-5, column 3, row 5, power hit to Ramirez. That is a 17, and that's going to be a fly out. So Ramirez will make the catch. He runs into the green monster, but makes the catch. And that is a failed sacrifice roll. However, we will check for runner advancement, and with that, the lead runner will advance on all of these. So nothing on the initial sacrifice play off of the batter card. We'll check the supplementary one. That's what we're doing here. Roll of a 1. Lead runner will advance. So 1-0 Angels, and that is a 2. That's going to be a 4. The roll is high. Matthews will hold. 1 out. On a sac fly by Torrey Hunter, Gary Matthews up. He's batting a 235. Strategy roll is a 10, and here is the pitch. 5-6, column 5, row 6. That is a blank. 2-5, column 2, row 5. Pop up, Peoria underneath it. He'll make the catch, and that'll put 2 away. With 2 outs, we had a +1 to the base run rating. Strategy roll is a 12. The Angels holding off. Eric Abar batting a 259, and here is the pitch. 6-4, column 6, row 4. Possible error on a ground ball. 4-3, column 4, row 3. That is a double. Now, we consider that a double. We take a look at John Lester. He's a left-handed pitcher. So on the batter card, we look to the left-handed side of the slash. That is a double out there to Ramirez. Error range is a 4. That is an 18. No error there. 1 run will score. RBI double by Eric Abar. Guerrero will go to third. Stop sign will go up, and the Angels have a 2-0 lead. Strategy roll is a 19. Jeff Mathis is up. He's batting a 138. Runners on second and third with 2 outs, infield normal depth. 4-4, column 4, row 4, strikeout on a 1-18. That is an 18. Struck him out. So 2 runs, 3 hits, and no errors, and the Angels will leave 2 stranded. We go to the bottom of the first, and here is the starting lineup for the Boston Red Sox. Leading off the center fielder, Jacoby Ellsbury. Batting second, the second baseman, Dustin Peoria. Batting third, the designated hitter, Big Papi David Ortiz. Batting fourth in the cleanup position, the left fielder, Manny Ramirez. Batting fifth, the right fielder, J.D. Drew. Batting sixth, the first baseman, Sean Casey. Batting seventh, the shortstop, Gil Valquez. Batting eighth, the third baseman, Jed Laurie. And batting ninth, the catcher, Kevin Cash. On the mound for the Angels, it is John Garland. Comes into the game with an ERA of a 2.86. 3 wins, no losses. He's pitched 28 1/3 of an inning, allowed 23 hits, 10 strikeouts, and 6 walks. Jacoby Ellsbury batting a .271. And we're ready to start the bottom half of the first inning. 1-5, column 1, row 5. Possible error on a ground ball. Going to start this game off with an error for and that is going to be a 1-3-3, column 3, row 3. Ground ball to A-Bar. His error range, that's the number in the bracket, is a 1 to 11. That is a 9, and Ellsbury will get on by an E6. It's a one-base error as A-Bar will boot the ball. So Ellsbury will get on by an E6. And let's take a look at the starting defense for the Los Angeles Angels. Matthews out there in left field. Hunter will be in center. Guerrero will be out there in right field. Going around the horn, we've got Figgins at third. A-Bar will be short. Izutris on second. Coachman at first. Mathis behind the plate. And Garland is on the mound. Strategy roll is a 13. Anytime you have a runner on base, you always roll for strategy. Dustin Peoria steps up. He's batting a .294. And here is the pitch. Infield, by the way, is at double play depth. 3-3, column 3, row 3. That is a blank. 2-4, column 2, row 4. Fly ball back there to Guerrero. He'll make the catch. And that'll put one away. Strategy roll 7, hit and run attempt for David Ortiz. Now, on a hit and run, all ground double play ratings will get a -2. Base run ratings get a +2. Home run and walks are cut in half, and we round those down. All lineouts are double plays, exception on an error on a throw. And if the batter strikes out, we'll resolve the play as a steal. Big Poppy batting a .286. The pitch. 1-4, column 1, row 4. That is a blank. 5-1, column 5, row 1. Pop up, Coachman. And that'll be out number 2. Steal attempt, that's going to be, let's see, Ellsbury is left. That's going to be a -2. That's going to be a 14. They're going to send him. And that is an 11. So Ellsbury steals second. Strategy on the die roll is a 2. So that means it is going to be an error. It's a throwing error check. Mathis's error range is a 1 to 18. That is a 9. Throws it wide. Izutris can't get it, and Ellsbury goes to third. And next up, it's Manny Ramirez. Ramirez batting a .304, and here is the pitch. And that'll be a 4-6, column 4, row 6. That's a blank. 4-3, column 4, row 3. It's a single to Hunter out there into center field. It's a blooper. And it puts the Red Sox on the board 2-1. JD Drew up. He's batting a .270. Strategy roll is an 8 with 2 outs in the infield at normal depth. Here is the pitch. 4-5, column 4, row 5. That is a blank. Drew being a left-handed batter, so in the pitcher card we look to the left-handed side of the slash for the result. Drew, 6-3, column 6, row 3. It's a single again out there into center field. Ramirez goes to second. He'll hold. Base run rating is a 3. The die roll is a 5. If the die roll is higher than the base run rating, he will hold. Sean Casey up. He's batting a 302. Strategy roll is a 9. 5-1. Column 5, row 1. That is a blank. We consider that S1 in brackets right now as a blank. John Garland has not faced his allowed number of batters. He can face 22 batters to 6. Column 2, row 6. It's a single past second base, Passy Zoutris. Ramirez on third. Does he advance home? He'll go from second to home on a base run rating of a 2 through 6. That is a 3. RBI single by Sean Casey ties the game up here in the bottom of the first. Drew on second. Base run rating is a 4. He'll go from first to third on a base run rating of a 3 through 6. That is a 4. It is in range, and Drew will go to the corners. Red Sox runners on the corners. Gil Valcrez up. He's batting a 250. The pitch. 5-3. Home run chance on a 1-19. That is a 9. However, Valcrez's home run range is a 0. 1-3. Column 1, row 3. It is a ground ball to Zoutris. He'll make the catch, and that will retire the side. So 2 runs, 3 hits, and 2 errors by the Angels. After 1, we're tied at 2. We go to the top of the second. Casey Coachman, Mercer Zoutris, and Cone Figgins due up for the Angels. Casey Coachman batting at 361. 1-6, column 1, row 6, possible error. 1-2, column 1, row 2. Ground ball to Peoria. His error range is on a 1-2. That is a 19. No error there. He'll make the catch, and that'll put 1 away. Mercer Zoutris batting at 228. 1-5, column 1, row 5. Strikeout on a 1-5. The 10 is too high. 4-1, column 4, row 1, double star 3. So double star 3 means we come over to the double star line, come over to the third position. It's a ground ball. It's an auto out. It's a ground ball to Peoria. He'll make the catch, and that'll be 2 away. 2 up, 2 down, and we go to the top of the order. Cone Figgins 1 for 1 today with a run scored, and the pitch. 3-6, column 3, row 6. Strikeout on a 1-7. That is a 1. Struck him out. And the Red Sox retire the Angels in order. 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the second. Jed Lowrie, Kevin Cash, Jacoby Ellsbury due up for the Red Sox. Jed Lowrie batting a 133, and here is the pitch. 2-1, column 2, row 1. Strikeout on a 1-15. That is a 5. Struck him out. Kevin Cash batting at 350. 5-1, column 5, row 1. That is a blank. 3-4, column 3, row 4. Double star 6. It's going to be a fly ball back there to Guerrero. He'll go back, make the catch, and that'll put 2 away. We go to the top of the order. Jacoby Ellsbury 0 for 1 with a run scored. 1-3, column 1, row 3. Possible error on a throw. 2-4, column 2, row 4. Fly ball back there to Hunter. Hunter goes back, makes the catch, and the Angels return the favor. And the Angels return the favor as the Red Sox go down in order. No runs, no hits, no errors. After 2, we're still tied at 2. We go to the top of the 3rd. Gary Matthews, Vladimir Guerrero, and Torrey Hunter due up for the Angels. Vladimir Guerrero batting, he's 1 for 1 today with a double and a run scored. 6-5, column 6, row 5, strikeout on a 1-11. The 14 is too high. 5-4, column 5, row 4, power hit to Ramirez. That is a 1. That's going to be good for a single. So at a 1-5, that will be a single. And with that, Matthews would lead off with a base hit. Vladimir Guerrero walked his last time up. Strategy roll is at 19, and here is the pitch. 6-4, column 6, row 4. Possible error on a ground ball. 1-4, column 1, row 4. That's going to be a double star 5, and that's going to be a fly ball back there to Ellsbury. Ellsbury goes back, makes the catch, and puts 1 away. Torrey Hunter up now. Hunter has an RBI. Strategy roll is a 5, and here is the pitch. 1 out. Field start double play depth. 1-1. Column 1, row 1. That is going to be a walk on a 1-15. 16 outside. Just a tad outside. 2-1. Column 2, row 1. That's a double to Drew. And with that, Matthews will go to 3rd. He'll get the hold sign. Strategy roll is a 6. Garrett Anderson up. He's 0 for 1, and here is the pitch. Runners on 2nd and 3rd. Infield playing in. 1-1. Column 1, row 1. Walk on a 1-10. The 13 is too high. 4-3, column 4, row 3. It's a ground ball to Peoria. He'll make the catch. Are they going to score the runner? No. The out is at 1st on that one. 2 outs. Runners on 2nd and 3rd. They get the guy out. They weren't challenging the arm of Casey, or I should say of Peoria. Eric Abar up. He's 1 for 1 with a double and an RBI. And here is the pitch. By the way, strategy roll is a 15. 3-3. Column 3, row 3, range play. Whose range are we checking? 3-5. Column 3, row 5. It is a single to Peoria. His range is on a 1-4. That is a 4. Peoria makes the catch. And they get out of a jam on that one. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors. But the Angels will leave 2. The Angels leave 2 stranded. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. Dustin Peoria, David Ortiz, and Manny Ramirez due up for the Bo Sox. Dustin Peoria 0 for 1, and the pitch. 2-1, column 2, row 1. Strikeout on a 1-4. The 5 is too high. 3-1, column 3, row 1. Fly ball back there to Matthews. He'll make the catch, and that'll put 1 away. David Ortiz 0 for 1, and here is the pitch. 1-4, column 1, row 4. That is a blank. 4-4, column 4, row 4, double star 5. Fly ball back there to Hunter. He'll make the catch. And that'll put 2 away. Manny Ramirez, 1-for-1 with a run and an RBI. 3-4, column 3, row 4. That is a blank. 6-1, column 6, row 1, double star 4. Ground ball down the first baseline to Coach. He'll make the catch, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, and no errors as the Red Sox go down in order. After 3, we're tied at 2. We go to the top of the 4th. Jeff Matthews, Casey Coachman, and Mercer Zutris due up for the Angels. Jeff Matthews batting a 133. The pitch. 1-2, column 1, row 2. Strikeout on a 1-18. That is an 11. Struck him out. So 1 away, Casey Coachman, 0-for-1, and here is the pitch. 5-3, column 5, row 3, possible error on a throw. 1-3, column 1, row 3, double star 1, ground ball to Laurie. His range is on a 1-5. That is a 15 for the error check. No error there. And he'll make the catch, and that'll put 2 away. Peoria, by the way, he's 6 for 8 on his range plays. He's 75%. Mercer Zutris, 0-for-1. 2 up, 2 down. The pitch to Zutris. 3-3. Column 3, row 3. That is a range play. Whose range are we checking? 4-3. Column 4, row 3. Fly ball to Ramirez. His range is on a 1-3. That is a 5. Ramirez can't make the play in time. And with that, Zutris will only have time to get to a single, as Ramirez will get it, throw it over to Valcruz, and they'll keep him at first. Ramirez is 5 for 12 on his range plays. We go to the top of the order. Cone Figgins, 1 for 2 with a strikeout and a run. Strategy roll is a 2. 2 is a 12. Angels holding off. 3-3. Column 3, row 3. Once again, it's a range play. Whose range are we checking this time? 1-2. It's a ground ball up the middle to Lester. His range is on a 1-2. That is a 5. Lester can't make the play in time. He can't make it. He'll go through. Mercer Zutris goes to second, but does he pick up third? Does he get the extra base? He'll go from first to third on a base run rating of a 4 through 6. That is a 5. He'll take third, and that'll put runners on the corners. Gary Matthews up. He's 2 for 2 today with a double and a run. Runners on the corner. Strategy roll is a 10, and here is the pitch. 5-5. Column 5, row 5. That is a blank. 6-4. Column 6, row 4. Double star 1. It's a ground ball down the third baseline. Laurie will make the catch, and that will retire the side. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors, but the Angels once again will leave 2 stranded. We go to the bottom of the 4th. J.D. Drew, Sean Casey, and Gil Valcruz due up for the Red Sox. Drew, 1 for 1, and here is the pitch. 3-2, column 3, row 2, that is a blank. 6-3, column 6, row 3, that's going to be good for a single into center field for Hunter. And with that, Drew will get lead off with a base hit. Sean Casey, 1-for-1 with an RBI. Strategy roll is a 19, infield at double play depth, and the pitch. 3-6, column 3, row 6. That is a wild pitch. Now, we'll roll a d20. If it's a 1-8 on the wild pitch, it is a wild pitch. If it is a 9, it's a passed ball. If it's 10 or higher, nothing happens. It's a 10. Nothing. 3-4, column 3, row 4. It's a double to Matthews. And with that, Drew will go to third. Casey picks up the double. It is a 6 and a 1. So we'll check the 1. Lead runner advances, ball cut off, and the trailing runner is thrown out. So Drew will score. Casey trying to make that into a triple. He'll go to third. Matthews, the throw to Figgins. Casey slides. Figgins tags him as he slides in the home, and the third base umpire calls him out. And it's a 1-run game for the Red Sox. And that's going to bring up Gil Valcrez, who is 0-for-1, and the pitch. 1-1, column 1, row 1. It's a hit by pitch. That is a 0. The 19 is too high. So John Garland's 8, we'll take a look here. HP, his hit by pitch rating is a 0 on the pitcher card. 4-2, column 4, row 2. That's going to be a double star 6. That's going to be a fly ball back there to Guerrero. Guerrero sees it, adjusts, makes the catch, and puts 2 away. Jed Lowrie, 0-for-1 with a strikeout. And here is the pitch. 5-6, column 5, row 6. That's going to be a walk. On a 1-15, that is a 7. And with that, Lowrie will walk, and he'll trot on down to first, and that's going to bring up Kevin Cash. Cash 0-for-1, and here is the pitch. 1-5, column 1, row 5. Possible error on a ground ball. Whose error range are we checking? 5-2, column 5, row 2. Ground ball to A-bar. His error range is on a 1-11. That is a 10. It's an error. It's a one-base error. And with that, Lowrie will go to second. Stop sign goes up. Cash will go to first. Runners on first and second. Two outs. Strategy roll is a 2, and the order flips over. We go to the top of the order. Jacoby Ellsbury, 0-for-2 today with a run scored. And here is the pitch. 4-4, column 4, row 4, home run on a 1-6. The 7 is too high. 5-3 though, column 5, row 3, fly ball back there to Matthews. He'll make the catch, and that will retire the side. 1 run, 2 hits, and 1 error, and the Red Sox will leave 2 stranded after 4. Red Sox 3, Angels 2. We go to the top of the 5th. Vladimir Guerrero, Torrey Hunter, and Garrett Anderson due up for the Angels. Vladimir Guerrero 0 for 1 with a walk, and here is the pitch. 1-6, column 1, row 6. Possible error. John Lester can face 6 more batters before he's considered tired. 6-2, column 6, row 2. It's a double to Drew. His error range is a 5. That is a 19, no error. It's a fly ball, sorry. Fly ball back there to Drew. And no error there. Drew will make the catch. And that'll put 1 away. Torrey Hunter 1 for 1 with a double and an RBI. And here is the pitch. 3-2, column 3, row 2. That is going to be a hit by pitch. Lester will add a +2. That makes the hit by pitch range on a 1-9. The 13 is too high. 4-2, column 4, row 2. That's a double out there into center field. And that one will bounce off the green monster for a double. Garrett Anderson 0 for 2, and with a runner on second, 1 out. Strategy rolls a 16, and here is the pitch. 1-5, column 1, row 5, strikeout on a 1-9. The 14 is too high. 6-5, column 6, row 5, ground ball to Laurie down the third baseline. Laurie will make the catch, and he'll hold, and the out will be at first. So 2 away, runner on second. Eric Abar up. He's 1 for 2 with a double and an RBI, and the pitch. 3-3, column 3, row 3. That is a range play. Whose range are we checking? 2-6, column 2, row 6, double star 4. That is going to be a fly ball to Ramirez. His range is on a 1-3. That is a 4. Ramirez can't make the catch. Hunter will go to third. He's waved around. And the Angels tie this game back up at 3. So the game tied once, and the Angels tied the game up at 3. Jeff Mathis is up. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout, 2 strikeouts. Strategy roll is an 8. We got a ball game here going, folks. 4-5, column 4, row 5. Strikeout on a 1-18. That is a 3. Struck him out. So 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, and the Angels will leave 1 stranded. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Dustin Peoria, David Ortiz, and Manny Ramirez due up for the Red Sox. Taking a look here at the pitcher for John Garland for the Angels. Garland can go 8 more batters before he's considered tired. Peoria 0 for 2, and here is the pitch. And that is going to be a 3-5, column 3, row 5. Strikeout on a 1-4. The 15 is too high. 4-2, column 4, row 2. It's a single out there in the left field. Matthews comes in, but can't get to it. As Peoria will hit a single and lead off. Peoria's stolen base rating is a 19. That's going to be a -5. It'll make it a 14. They're going to send him It is a 2, and once again, it's going to be a throwing error. Peoria will go to second. However, it is a throwing error as Mathis's error range is on a 1 to 18. That is a 15. And that is the 4th error in this game by the Angels. As they tried to pick him off at second, Peoria will go to third. And next up, that's going to bring up Big Papi, David Ortiz, who is 0 for 2. 2-2, column 2, row 2, strikeout on a 1 to 9, 17 too high. 6-2, column 6, row 2, that's going to be a double star 3. It's a ground ball to A-Bar. A-Bar will make the catch. Now, are they going to score him? Yes. Are they going to go for the auto out at first? They are. So, with that, Peoria will score. Ortiz is out at first. And it's 1 out, and the Red Sox once again take a 1-run lead here in the bottom of the 5th. Manny Ramirez 1 for 2 with a run and an RBI. And the pitch. 2-2, column 2, row 2. Strikeout on a 1 to 13. That is a 6. Struck him out. J.D. Drew up. Drew is 2 for 2 with a run. And here is the pitch. 4-5, column 4, row 5. That is a blank. Remember, Drew is a left-handed batter, so on the pitcher card, when we roll splits like that, remember, we look to the left-handed side of the split. 5-6, column 5, row 6. It's a pop-up. Coach him in underneath it. He'll make the catch and retire the side. So 1 run, 1 hit, and 1 error, but none left on after 5. Red Sox 4. Angels 3. We go to the top of the 6th. Casey Kochman, Mercer Izutris, and Cone Figgins due up. And with that, the Red Sox have gone to the bullpen. And they're going to bring in Craig Hansen. That is his card. Hansen will come into the game with a 5.37 ERA. He's got 1 win and no losses. He's pitched 6 2/3 innings, allowed 7 hits, 4 strikeouts, and 3 walks. Taking a look here at the stats for John Lester, he went 5 innings, allowed 9 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned runs, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts. An ERA of a 4.63. Coach him in 0 for 2, and here is the pitch. 6, 8, 9, and 1 in the lineup for the Angels. 5-1. Column 5, row 1, that is a blank. 5-3, column 5, row 3, ground ball. Peoria underneath it, makes the catch, throws it over to Casey. Out number 1. Mercer Izutris 1 for 2, and here is the pitch. 1-5, column 1, row 5, that is a blank. 1-6 for Izutris, column 1, row 6, double star 5, ground ball down the third baseline to Laurie. Laurie will make the catch. and puts 2 away. Top of the order, Cone Figgins, who is 2 for 3 with a strikeout and a run. And here is the pitch. 5-6, column 5, row 6, double star. And that is going to be a ground ball to the shortstop. In the actual game, you'll take 1d6, roll it on the double star line if you roll a double star on the pitcher card. Ground ball to Valcrest, you'll make the catch. And that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors as the Red Sox retire the Angels in order. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Sean Casey, Gil Valcrest, and Jed Laurie due up for the Red Sox. Sean Casey 2 for 2 with a double and 2 RBIs. John Garland can go 4 more batters. 1-2, column 1, row 2. That's going to be a walk. On a 1 to 11, the 13 is too high. 1-6, column 1, row 6, and that's going to be a fly ball back there. Hunter underneath it. Makes the catch and puts 1 away. Gil Valcrest 0 for 2, and here is the pitch. 4-3, column 4, row 3. That is a blank. 6-4, column 6, row 4. Ground ball to Izuchis. He'll make the catch. And that'll put 2 away. Jed Laurie 0 for 1, walk and a strikeout, and here is the pitch. 2-5, column 2, row 5. It's a range play. Whose range are we checking? That's going to be a 6-1, column 6, row 1. Ground ball, coach him in. Range is a 4. That is a 6, and the inning will continue. Coach him in on by a single. As coach him in will try to run for it, but it'll go rolling right down the first baseline. And Laurie is on with a base hit. And that's going to bring up Kevin Cash, who is 0 for 2. And here is the pitch. 3-2, column 3, row 2. That is a blank. 6-6, column 6, row 6. It's a fly ball back there to Guerrero. He'll make the catch. And that will retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on. After 6, Boston 4, Angels 3. We go to the top of the 7th. Gary Matthews, Vladimir Guerrero, and Torrey Hunter due up for the Angels. Craig Hansen going to stay out there. He can face 2 more batters. Hansen 2-5, column 2, row 5. That's going to be a range play. 1-3, column 1, row 3. Ground ball to Valcrest. His range is on a 1-3. That is a 5. Can't get it. And with that, Matthews is on with a base hit. Vladimir Guerrero up. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. Strategy roll is a 16, and here is the pitch. 6-6, column 6, row 6 at the ballpark. We're going to go to Fenway. 1-4, column 1, row 4. That is a blank. Anytime a blank comes up on the ballpark card, it is a rare play. Fly ball caught by the center fielder, the lead runner tagging up and move up a base. The play is appealed, and the runner is called out for leaving early. So with that, it is 2 outs. So Guerrero will fly out. Matthews is out on appeal at first because he didn't tag up. It's 2 outs, and Hunter is up. He's 2 for 2 with 2 doubles, a run, and an RBI. The pitch. 1-6, column 1, row 6. It's a strikeout on a 1-10. That is a 9. And Singh, take me out to the ball game. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and none left on for the Angels. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Top of the order, Jacoby Ellsbury, Dustin Peoria, and David Ortiz due up. Let's take a look at the box score after 6.5 have been played here at Fenway. The Los Angeles Angels came out strong, scoring 2 in the first inning, a run in the 5th, 3 runs on 10 hits, and they have committed 4 errors. Red Sox, 2 in the first, a run in the 4th, a run in the 5th, 4 runs on 7 hits, and no errors. And with that, John Garland is tired. They are going to pull him, so we do have a new pitcher on the mound. And that is going to be their only left-handed pitcher. They're going to bring in Darren Oliver. That is his card. Yep, Oliver is going to come in. And he comes into the game with a 5.84 ERA. He's pitched 7 2/3 innings, allowed 10 hits, 4 strikeouts, and 1 walk. Taking a look at the stats here for John Garland, he won 6 innings, allowed 7 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned runs, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts, an ERA of a 3.15. Top of the order, Jacoby Ellsbury, who is 0 for 3 with a run. And here is the pitch. 5-6, column 5, row 6, strikeout on a 1-7. The 13 is too high. 1-5, column 1, row 5, double star 5, fly ball back there to Matthews. He'll make the catch. And that'll put 1 away. Dustin Peoria 0 for 3 with a run, and here is the pitch. 4-2, column 4, row 2. That's going to be a double question mark. Single on a 1. The 5 is too high. 2-5, column 2, row 5. Line drive down the third baseline to Figgins. He'll make the catch. 2 away. David Ortiz up. He's 0 for 3 with an RBI. 4-1, column 4, row 1. Strikeout on a 1-8. That is a 4. Struck him out. So no runs, no hits, and no errors as the Red Sox go down in order. We go after 7. It's Red Sox 4. Angels 3, we go to the top of the 8th. Garrett Anderson, Eric Abar, and Jeff Matthews due up. We do have a couple changes here for the defense on the Red Sox. Casey coming out at first. They're going to bring in Kevin Yorkills. And at right field, that is going to replace J.D. Drew, and they're going to bring in Jonathan Van, Ellsbury is at center. Yep. So at right field, Ellsbury is going to go over to right field. And at center field, they're going to bring in Jonathan Van Every. He'll take over at center. So that is the way the lineup is right now. So also with that, Craig Hansen done as a pitcher. And they're going to bring in Xavier Lopez. Yep, Xavier Lopez is going to come into the game. That is his card. Actually, wait, let's see. Manny. How about Kenji? Yep. They're going to bring in Xavier Lopez. That is his card. Lopez will come into the game with a 3.70 ERA. He's got one loss. He's pitched 7 1/3 innings, allowed 6 hits, 5 strikeouts, and 8 walks. Garrett Anderson, Eric Abar, and Jeff Matthews due up for the Angels. Let's take a look at the stats here for Craig Hansen. He went 2 innings, allowed 1 hit, 1 strikeout, an ERA of a 4.14. Anderson 0 for 3. Is Anderson going to take the hit? He is. 3-3, column 3, row 3, possible error. Whose error range are we checking? 4-2, column 4, row 2. Ground ball to Laurie. His error range is on a 1 to 5. That is a 16. No error there. And that'd be 1 away. Eric Abar, 2 for 3 with a double and an RBI. And here is the pitch. Abar 4-2, column 4, row 2. He's a switch hitter, so he's batting right. So that would be a blank. 4-3, column 4, row 3. That is a double to Ramirez. And with that, Abar is on with a double. Jeff Matthews 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Are they going to let him take the hit? They are. Strategy roll is a 13, and here is the pitch. 4-1, column 4, row 1. That is a blank. 6-2, column 6, row 2. It's a pop-up. Peoria underneath it. Makes the catch, and that'll put 2 away. Strategy roll is a 9. Casey Coachman up. 0 for 3. Is Coachman going to take the hit here? Yes. 2-1, column 2, row 1, double star. It's a ground ball to Peoria. He'll make the catch, and that'll retire the side. So no runs, 1 hit, and no errors, and 1 left on for the Angels. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Manny Ramirez, John Van Airy, and Kevin Yorkill's due up for the Red Sox. Oliver can face 2 more, but he's done. Also, Guerrero coming out at right field. And they're going to bring in Reggie Willits. Willits going to take over at right field. Oliver coming out. And they are going to bring in Jose Arendino. Yep. Arendino is going to come in. That is his card. Arendino comes into the game with a 2.57 ERA. No wins and 1 loss. He's pitched 7 innings, allowed 7 hits, 8 strikeouts, and 1 walk. Taking a look at the stats here for Darren Oliver, he went 1 inning, allowed 1 strikeout, an ERA of a 5.18. So 4, 5, and 6 in the lineup for the Red Sox. Manny Ramirez, 1 for 3 with a strikeout, a run, and an RBI. And here is the pitch. 4-6, column 4, row 6. That is a blank. Ramirez, 5-5, column 5. Row 5, double star 1, fly ball back there to Matthews. Matthews goes back to the green monster, sees it, makes the catch as he backs into it, and 1 away. John Veneri, batting a .500, and here is the pitch. 5-6, column 5, row 6, strikeout plus on a 1-30. Remember, we add 10 to that range. That is a 5. Struck him out. Kevin Yorkills, batting a .304, and here is the pitch. 6-4, column 6, row 4. Home run chance on a 1-18. That is a 7 in range. 17 or less for Yorkills. It's a 1. That ball is smoked and it's out of here. Fly ball down to the green monster, and that ball is into the stands up there above the green monster as Matthews goes running into it, goes running into the wall, and the Red Sox have a 2-run lead. Guile Valcrez up. He's 0 for 3. Are they going to let Guile take the hit? They are. They are not letting Guile take the hit. And instead, they're going to bring in Alexi Cora to come in the pinch hit. He'll take over. He's going to pinch hit, and here is the pitch. 5-1, column 5, row 1. That's going to be a range play. 1-4, column 1, row 4. Ground ball down the first baseline to Coachman. Range is a 4. That is a 6. That's going to be good for a double as it rolls down. And with that, Cora will pick up 2 on the bat. Jed Lowrie, 0 for 2 with a walk and a strikeout. Arendino can face 1 more batter. Strategy roll is a 19, and here is the pitch. 3-3, column 3, row 3. That is a blank. 5-6, column 5, row 6. Power hit to Willits. That is a 2. That's going to be a double. So on a 1-6, we consider that a double. On a 7-12, it would have been a triple. So with that, Lowrie smacks a double. And the Red Sox take a 3-run lead here at home. It's 6-3. RBI double by Jed Lowrie. Kevin Cash, 0 for 3. Is Cash going to take the hit? He is. Arendino going to stay out there. However, the bullpen for the Angels starting to get warmed up. And that is going to be a 6-3, column 6, row 3. It's a hit by pitch. Arendino is a -6 on the hit by pitch rating. That is a 0, nothing there. 2-4, column 2, row 4. Single, pass A-bar. He'll make the, can't get it. He'll go for a diving catch and he'll go right past him. Laurie goes to third. He's waved around. He'll go from second to home on a base run rating of a 3 through 6. That is a 3. And it's now 7-3, and the Red Sox have a 4-run lead. And that is going to do it for Jose Arendino. They are going to come out and pull the ball away from him. And they are going to bring in Jason Berger is going to come in. That is his card. Burglar, no ERA. He's pitched 4 innings, allowed 3 hits, 3 strikeouts, and 3 walks. Taking a look here at the stats for Jose Arendino, he went 2/3 of an inning, allowed 4 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned runs, 1 strikeout, 1 home run, and ERA of a 5.84. Top of the order, Jacoby Ellsbury, 0 for 4. They're going to let him take the hit, and here is the pitch. 3-6, column 3, row 6. Possible error on a ground ball. 1-5, column 1, row 5, double star 5. It is a ground ball to coach him in. His error range is a 0. That is going to be a 13. No error there, but he'll make the catch. And that will retire the side. So with that at shorts, Cora now comes into play shortstop. 3 runs, 4 hits, no errors, and 1 left on for the Red Sox. After 8, it's Red Sox 7, Angels 3. We go to the top of the 9th. Mercer Zutris, Cody Figgins, and Gary Matthews due up for the Angels. Let's take a look at the box score after 8 had been played here in Boston at Fenway Park in the 8th. Once again, the Angels scored 2 runs in the first, a run in the 5th, 3 runs, 11 hits, and 4 errors. Red Sox, 2 runs in the first, a run in the 4th, a run in the 5th, and they exploded in the 8th with 3 runs in the 8th, 7 runs on 11 hits, no errors. 22 hits by both teams, total, combined. Mercer Zutris is up. Actually, Xavier Lopez coming out. And they're going to bring in Hideki Okijima. Yep. Excuse me there. Yep. Hideki will come into the game with a 2.86 ERA. He's got 1 win, 6 1/3 innings pitched, allowed 4 hits, 4 strikeouts, and 3 walks. Taking a look at the stats here for Xavier Lopez, he went 1 inning, allowed 1 hit, an ERA of a 3.25. Red Sox with a 4-run lead, but will we see some 9th inning magic? Mercedes Utris 1 for 3. The pitch. 4-6, column 4, row 6. That is a blank. Utris batting right. Hideki being a left-handed batter, pitcher. 5-1, column 5, row 1, double star 4. And that is going to be a ground ball to Cora, he'll make the catch. And then to put 1 away, we go to the top of the order. Cone Figgins, 2 for 4 with a strikeout and a run. 5-2, they are going to pitch to him. Column 5, row 2, strikeout. On a 1-7, the 18 is too high. 2-4, column 2, row 4, power hit to Ramirez. On a 1-8, it's a single. It's a 16, and that's going to be a fly out. And 2 away. Gary Matthews, 3 for 4 with a double and a run scored. And here is the pitch. Angels down to the last out. 2-4, column 2, row 4. Double star, it's going to be a fly ball. Ellsbury underneath it. He'll make the catch. And that is the ball game as the Red Sox retire the Angels in order. No runs, no hits, no errors. And they defeat the Los Angeles Angels 7-3. Final line score coming right up. So the Boston Red Sox defeat the Los Angeles Angels 7-3. Angels 3 runs on 11 hits, 4 errors committed in this game. Red Sox 7 runs on 11 hits. John Lester will pick up the win, his 3rd win. John Garland picks up his 1st loss. Kevin Yorkills hits his 4th home run of the replay. Let's take a look here at the stats. John Lester will get the win. He went 5 innings, allowed 9 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned runs, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts, and an ERA of a 4.63. John Garland, who will get the loss, he went 6 innings, allowed 7 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned runs, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts, an ERA of a 3.15. Hideki Okijima went 1 inning, an ERA of a 2.47. John Bergler, the last pitcher up for the A's, 1/3 of an inning, no ERA. So that is going to do it for us here at Fenway Park, as the Los Angeles Angels will drop to 15-7, and the Boston Red Sox improve to 13-10. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and a thumbs up on your way through the turnstiles here at Fenway Park. And remember to click that bell notification to be notified of when new videos in the 2008 replay go up and when I go live with all of the Philadelphia Phillies games. Until then, I'm Scooney007. We'll see you for another exciting game in the 2008 replay with Inside Pitch. Until then, take care, everyone. Bye-bye.